بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Firstly and foremostly, I am very grateful to the chairman, the trustees, the committee, the A'imma, the Khuddam, for allowing this small servant to give guidance for the duration of 15 minutes. May Allah Kareem grant me tawfiq to speak the truth. I bring to you a verse of the Quran from Surah Al-Fath, verse 28. وَالَّذِي أَرْسَلَ رَسُولَهُ بِالْهُدَى. He is the one who sent his messenger with guidance. وَدِينِ الْحَقِّ, and the true religion. لِيُظْهِرَهُ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ, so that it may prevail over all other religions. وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا, and Allah is sufficient as a witness. Allah is the one who sent his messenger with guidance. What is that guidance? هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Quran is guidance for the God-fearing. هُدًى لِلنَّاسِ. Quran is guidance for all humanity, all people. هُدًى وَمَوْئِزَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. Quran is guidance and it is an admonition from your Lord. My dear brothers, sisters, if Allah Ta'ala wanted to, He could have revealed the Quran on a mountain and said, "Oh people, go and read this book and achieve guidance." But Allah Ta'ala did not do that, because perhaps Allah knew in the 14th century we will be more inspired by the practical demonstration as opposed to just the theory. Therefore, He Jalla wa Ala sent the Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as Uswatun Hasana for us. How did we receive that guidance? My dear brothers, sisters, every 30 years, it takes 30 years for a new generation to emerge. Over the last 1400 years, Allah Almighty has continuously graced the Ummah by sending scholars and great men of Allah Almighty who have passed on this religion. These are those special servants of Allah Almighty who have given their life, their health, their wealth, their strength, their energy and everything for the mission of Sayyiduna Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam. وَدِينِ الْحَقِّ لِيُظْهِرَهُ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ. Then Allah Almighty, He says, He has sent His messenger with the true religion so that it may prevail over all other religions. How has Islam prevailed over every other religion? Let us take a look. My dear brothers, sisters, even the original citizens of countries like India, countries in Europe, America, Canada, they are accepting Islam in great numbers. Say Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Even 1/4 of the earth and its resources is in the ownership of the Muslims. If you look at the manpower of Islam, then it exceeds 1 billion Muslims. 57 Muslim countries. And Muslims are present in every other country of this world. Perhaps mine and your Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, 1400 years ago, he knew that Islam will enter every single household. This is why Imam Hakim tells us in Al-Mustadrak that one day the Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he comes back from a long journey. He goes to the house of his daughter Sayyida Fatimatu Zahra Salamullah Alayha, and upon welcoming him, embracing him, our mother Sayyida Fatima, she begins to cry. Mine and your Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, "La tabki, do not cry. Inna Allah Azza wa Jalla, indeed Allah Almighty, ba'asa abaka li amrin. Indeed Allah Almighty, He has sent your father with a duty, with a responsibility, with a mission, with a task. فَلَا يَبْقَى عَلَى ظَهْرِ الْأَرْضِ بَيْتُ دُبُرٍ وَلَا شَعْرٍ. No house or no tent will remain on the face of this earth إِلَّا أَدْخَلَهُ اللَّهُ بِهِ, except Allah Almighty will enter the message of Islam into that house. Izzan, either by honor, meaning they will accept Islam, or dhillan, or by humiliation, that they will reject Islam. Hatta yabluga haythu balaga al-layl. And Islam will reach even that place, every place where the night reaches. My dear brothers, sisters, tell me 1400 years ago, was there any iPhone? Was there any Facebook? Was there any Instagram? Was there any television? Was there any radio? But in this book, Rasul-e Rahmat ki leadership, Shaykh Muhammad Imdad Hussain Pirzada Hafizahullah, he writes that 1400 years ago, when there was no TV, no technology, when there was no advancement in technology, mine and your Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his positive mindset and his optimism informed us that a time will come when Islam will flourish. Today we see in the world that Islam is the fastest growing religion, whether the world wants to accept it or not. And insha'Allah, in the years to come, the next 50 years, the Muslims will be the most populated religion, insha'Allah. My dear brothers, elders, sisters, there are three types of people in relation to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the first of them is that person who loves him, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This is that person, he doesn't really read his namaz all the time. But when Islam is tarnished, when the reputation of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is mocked, then the spark ignites within his heart and he becomes angry. The second is that person, he loves him, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he loves his mission. This is that person who fulfills his fara'id, fulfills his obligations, and he learns about the seerah of Nabi Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam. He tries his best to act upon the sunnah. The third is that person who loves him, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He loves his mission, and then he does everything that he can. He gives his life, gives his energy, gives his time, gives his wealth, gives his family in order to strengthen the mission of Nabi Kareem alayhi salatu wasalam. My dear brothers, sisters, now that we know we have received this guidance, I believe with all my heart that the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, 1400 years ago, he knew that a time will come when the entire world will be compressed into the palm of the human being. And we will receive Islam within the palms of our hands via the smartphone. He Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam knew. But now that me and you have received that guidance, what is our responsibility? What is our duty? We all have a responsibility. In order to answer this question, then let us go to the Hadith Sharif narrated by Ibn Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. The Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, "Kullukum ra'in." Every single one of you is a shepherd. وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولَةٌ عَنْ رَئِيَّتِهِ. And every one of you shall be questioned about his flock. The Imam will be questioned about his followers. The man will be questioned about his family. The woman will be questioned about her children. What did you do with them? Mine and your duty, we all have a duty. And that duty is to ensure our families, our friends, our peers, our colleagues, our neighbors, we bring them to that guidance. And that is the message of Miladun Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi wa alihi wa sallam. My dear brothers, sisters, if you want to honor the birth of Sayyidina Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi wa sallam, then we have to stand for what he stood for. We have to live for what he Sallallahu Alaihi wa sallam lived for. And what did he live for? Then to answer this question, let us open the Seerah Mubarak of Nabi Kareem Alayhi Salatu wa salam. In the early years, when Islam was increasing and spreading, the Quraysh tried to cause obstacles. Islam continued to increase. The chiefs, the leaders, they got together. They said, they went to the Prophet ﷺ. These are those who are powerful in Makkah. They said, "Oh Muhammad, you have shattered our community. You have caused discord and disunity. You have destroyed our peace. What is it that you want? If you want wealth, we will make you the richest man in our land. If you want power, we will make you our leader. If you want a crown and a throne, we will make you our king. If you want women, we will give you 10 of the best women of Quraysh." What did he Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam say? Listen to his response. He said, "If you was to place the sun in my right hand and the moon in my left hand, still I will not give up calling people to the truth." And this is the message of Miladun Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi wa alihi wa sallam. Let us go to the 11th, 12th and 13th year after the announcement of prophethood. The Prophet Alayhi Salatu Wasalam, he is in Aqaba. Over 3 years, 3 groups of non-Muslims come to him. They accept Islam. And they say, they make a pledge upon the hands of Nabi Kareem Alayhi Salatu Wasalam. And they say, "Ya Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi wa alihi wa sallam, we make a promise to you, we will not associate partners with Allah. That is what the Prophet ﷺ gave for. That is the message of Miyadun Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They said, Ya Rasulullah, we will not commit theft. That is what he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave for. That is the message of Miyadun Nabi. And the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was so just. He said, even if my daughter Fatima was to commit theft, I will have her hand amputated. Those companions, they said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we make a promise to you that we will not bury our daughters alive. We will not kill our children. Ya Rasulullah, we will not slander. We will not gossip. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we will act upon your teachings. We will give our lives to protect you and honor you, Ya Rasulullah. You know what they said? They said, Ghulam hai, Rasul ke ghulam hai. Ghulami Rasul mein maut bhi kabool hai. But it wasn't just lip service. They actually upheld what they said. They actually lived up to it. Today, my dear brothers, sisters, we are living in a time, the fire is in our society. The fire is in our society. We see what's happening. Our masajid are empty. Our youth are leaving Islam. We see that the gatherings where the ulama are teaching, they are few in number. These masajid that our elders built. My dear brothers, we need to renew our pledge with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Tajdeedul ahd. Ya Rasulullah, the Prophet was born in a time when the world was at its lowest. Social decline, moral decline, political decline, no insaniyat left in insan. He sallallahu came. Within a period of 23 years, he changed the face of the entire world and brought about the greatest revolution. Today, me and you, we need to renew our pledge with the Messenger of Allah. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we will not sell alcohol. We will not drink alcohol. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we promise to you that we will earn halal, eat halal, wear halal. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we make a promise to you that we will, these masajid that our elders built, that are empty up and down the UK, we will pray at least one namaz every single day outside of work hours with jama'at. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, every week we will sacrifice 1 hour and sit at the feet of these ulama to learn about your sunnah. My dear brothers, elders, if you want to honor the birth of your Rasul alayhi salatu wa salam, then fulfill the rights of Allah, fulfill the rights of the people. If you want to honor the birth of your Rasul alayhi salatu wa salam, man gashana falaysa minna. Man gashana falaysa minna. He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the one who cheats, he's not from amongst us. Repeat these words, memorize them. Man gashana falaysa minna. Man gashana falaysa minna. Man gashana falaysa minna. My dear brothers, elders, we need to wake up as a community. Understand what he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave for. We need to serve his mission alayhi salatu wa salam. Mukarrir to acha nahi hu. शायद मेरी बात तेरे दिल पे उतरे, मैं तो चला जाऊंगा, लेकिन मैंने एक फरियाद और जब हमारे बुजुर्ग हजरात पाकिस्तान से आए थे, उन्होंने ये खूबसूरत मसाजिद तामीर की और यही दर्स था मिलाद नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का। अपने पूरे लगन से, पूरे ज़ौक़ से, पूरे शौक़ से, पूरे जज्बे से उन्होंने ये खूबसूरत मस्जिद तामीर की। शायद आज हम ये काम ना कर सके, लेकिन अगर हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे मरने के बाद कि ये मस्जिदें आबाद रहें, फिर हमें सोचना पड़ेगा कि इमाम कहाँ से आएंगे। जो असातिज़ा हैं हमारे बच्चों को कुरान की तालीम देने के लिए, वो कहाँ से आएंगे। अगर हम नहीं तैयार किए तो फिर याद रखें और ये बात दिल के कानों से सुन लो और सोने के साथ लिख लो कि जब मस्जिदें वीरान हो जाती हैं तो उस वक़्त जेल और अस्पताल आबाद हो जाते हैं। My dear brothers, an old man was planting a tree, a date palm tree. A passerby came and he said, "Old man, why are you planting this tree? It takes many years for a date palm tree to give fruits. By the time it gives fruits, you will be gone from this world, young gone. Why are you planting this tree?" And he said, the elderly man said, "Our elders came, they planted the trees, we ate from their fruits. I am planting the trees so my coming generations can eat from their fruits." We need to plant those seeds today. अंग्रेजी इतनी सीखी है कि हम अंग्रेजों को पढ़ा सकते हैं। अंग्रेजी इतनी सीखी है कि हम अंग्रेजों को पढ़ा सकते हैं। لیکن دین اتنا نہیں پڑا کہ باپ کا جنازہ ہم ادا کر سکیں.
نعرہ تکبیر، نعرہ رسالت، قائل سنت، یشرعین ولد النبی.
My time is up. If only we turn back to him. Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam wa ma alayya illa al-balagh.
محفل لٹ گیا. ویری گڈ. اللہ حافظ. ماشاء اللہ مزید فضیل علامہ صاحب بہت زبردست میسج علامہ صاحب نے دیا کہ انگریزی اتنی سیکھی کہ انگریزوں کو پڑھاتے ہیں اور باپ کا جنازہ پڑھانے کے لیے پتہ نہیں ہے. اور ایک اور میسج علامہ صاحب نے بڑا خوبصورت دیا. مجھے اتنی انگلش تو مجھے نہیں آتی لیکن جو مجھے سمجھ آئی ہے کہ جب مسجدیں ویران ہو جائیں تو پھر جیل اور کیا علامہ صاحب اور کیا کہا ہاسپیٹل اور جیل جو ہے